Hello, my name is Chris Farmer from LeakyPipe Systems, and if you followed our maintenance link and you have one of these, then you'll also enjoy doing this sort of thing on sound surfaces that are being kept wet. To aid this, we laid a network of LeakyPipe porous rubber hoses onto the base of your arena, just before they added the sand surface. This leaky pipe efficiently adds water to the bottom of the sand profile, and from there the moisture moves upward by capillary moment. Please remember your riding arena is split up into watering zones. These water sequentially one after the other. A 40 by 20 has 2 zones, a 60 by 20 has 3 zones, 60 by 30, 4 zones. The larger the arena, the more zones you have. With this in mind, let's look at how to take the drudgery out of watering by using this bit of electronics to program your watering schedules. This irrigation controller is battery powered, and the 12-volt battery is kept charged by this solar panel. Close the door, and now we'll concentrate on the keypad panel. To save energy, the readout display will remain blank until you press buttons. By pressing these buttons, you can easily operate individual zones for watering and also set up a watering program. At the moment, it says valves off, which means no zones are watering. Press the menu button and it says program starts, programs and battery. Let me show you how to operate a single zone or a single valve for an amount of time. Press the start key, look for the arrow on the left-hand side of the start pump. Just ignore the title start pump and with the arrow keys move down to start valve. Press OK. Then you see on the display valve number 1 and minutes 1 is displayed, which you can then adjust with the key numbers here. By indexing through we get to zone 2. You can see that, and then we go to minutes by using the arrow key to minutes. Set the amount of minutes we want, let's say 10 minutes. Set like that, and we just press start. Just to look at the fact now it says manual valve number 2, 9 minutes and 55 seconds. So the readout is showing you a countdown from the 10 minutes that you set. Once the 10 minutes is done, it will not repeat this again. The controller will revert to programmed watering. Press the stop button here to interrupt any operation that's happening at this time. The demonstration here interrupts the 10-minute watering to valves off. Now let's look at programming the watering. Press the menu key, see where it says program starts. Press select, and on the display you can see program 1 at 1 o'clock in the morning and it says on. We can move around the screen to adjust that time of day. It's a 24-hour clock. If you want to change that start time for a watering cycle. And also you can index on and off, in other words whether you choose that start time to happen or not. You can see on this example you've also got program 1 at 9 o'clock in the morning and that's set off, and program 1 at 1800 or 6 o'clock in the evening and that's set off. So the reason behind this is really for watering your riding arena. You probably only need to water once a day. You don't need 3 start times a day to spread your watering over the whole day. That is not really necessary for riding arenas. So the important part of this is make sure you've got program 1 and then choose a start time. Now press menu and go down 1 to programs. Let's have a look at this one. Select it. It says select program 1. Program 1's displayed and that gives you a list of valves all on program 1. So valve 1, 2, 3 up to 8, and now you can see the cursor blinking over amount of time. This is time in minutes and seconds, so we're changing it from 30 seconds to 10 seconds, accepting 30 seconds on valve 2, 30 seconds on valve 3. Remember, these do this at one at a time, not all at once. Okay, now valve 4, we're leaving it 0, and so on and so forth. Let's accept those settings. Press menu. So to recap quickly and verbally, what we've done is we've allowed a setting for a watering cycle to start at 1 o'clock in the morning and that to do zone 1 for 10 seconds, zone 2 for 30 seconds, and zone 3 for 30 seconds, and then everything else is got no time, so it's not going to do any further watering. In practice, for riding arenas, seconds doesn't account to very much at all, and therefore you'll be setting times for, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Experiment to see what fits your situation. If you prefer to set hours and minutes, this parameter can be changed through the button called Advanced Set All. Please call us for advice on doing this. You can initiate a watering cycle in its entirety just with a few keystrokes. Initiate a cycle by pressing Start, index down to select Program 1 and press OK. It'll say Pump Prime and then it will switch on the screen to Program 1, Valve 1, and now we're counting down from 10 seconds to 0. 2, 1, Zone 1 valve now will close and Zone 2 valve will now open to run for its 30 seconds, which you can see here gradually counting down. So this is a useful routine to employ just in case someday that you think I could do with a boost in the watering and I need it now. It's just a few buttons to action a whole watering cycle. And if you change your mind, you can press the stop key and interrupt that watering cycle. And on the subject of interrupting watering, of course, if you have a rain sensor on your system, and most of you will have, this rain sensor picks up precipitation. If it gets wet enough, it has the ability to stop the controller from doing its watering cycles. As soon as it dries out enough, it then will allow the controller to resume what it's programmed to do. So here's a quick resume of the most important factors. Use the Program 1 to choose a time of day for the watering to start. Then ensure each zone you have is assigned to Program 1 and has a duration of time set for it to be watering for. Well done if we stayed with me this far. We're nearly at the end of this presentation. Finally, a couple of other little things. If we index down to battery, you can see that it will give you the status of the charging and the status of the battery. So the battery here is at 13.1 volts, which is good, and charging at slow. In other words, it's topping itself up. The last thing is the set clock. I'm going to leave this to you. It's fairly self-explanatory. In conclusion, what I suggest you start with is 45 minutes per zone per day. Then occasionally adjust these durations as you build your experience of using both the new surface and the watering system. Finally, thank you for the business. Please use the system. If you have questions, call us or WhatsApp us. One thing about maintenance is keep an eye on this water filter. It does need to be kept clean. Cartridges are available from our website. They're not expensive, but they're well worth having. Together with repair fittings if you do happen to get involved with having to repair the odd leaky pipe. Outside of that, I think I would say from all of us, thank you and keep in touch. Bye bye now.